This is an energetic reading for Amy Eskridge. My understanding is that she was a scientist working on anti-gravity / UFO work prior to her passing, and I want to look into her energies. I was told to look into her energies today. This reading is a little bit different today because I am recording the audio over the top of my energy reading video because I normally test the sound at the start, and I tested the sound of this video and it was working. And then when I finished recording, I went back to play the video and the sound was gone for the entirety of the video except for the test that I had performed at the start. So the whole thing was mute, just me, dealing the cards, but no sound. I believe that is a psychic interference and a message from Amy to let me know that they silenced her and they tried to silence me too. So I feel that it's even more important to continue to try to speak up because the people cannot be silenced. Timeline issues. There might be some issue with the timeline. Flight, air travel. Fraud, cybercrime. Picking up the energy that there may be some cybercrime here, some level of fraud. Affair, cheating. I'm not sure yet what this means. Drama, acting. Some kind of performance. Home, safety. Vacation, beach, abroad. Embezzlement. False. Straight away can pick up the reading. It's right here in black and white. Her self-sabotage was false. I don't believe that she intentionally ended her life. I think there's some kind of issue here with her passing. Looking into clarifying these cards and the energies behind them, I will look at the cards and break them down now. Timeline issues. I'm picking up that there's an issue with the timeline. She may have been, prior to her death, struggling with the timeline issue. She had some kind of project that she was trying to roll out on a certain timeline. She may have been struggling to reach the deadline. I'm picking up there was a timeline issue. So this could mean a number of things. Okay, we need a bit more information on that, but I feel like she was rushing to reach a deadline. Flight, air travel. Wondering if Amy ever had any issues around flying. Did she have any fears or phobias, or perhaps they were restricting her movements and her ability to fly? Maybe she wasn't able to fly anywhere. Maybe she was on a no-fly list. I'm not sure. Also picking up actively preventing her from flying, from travel, from moving. Fraud, cybercrime. Wondering if I'm looking at cybercrime and I'm looking at home safety. Were they committing cybercrimes on her, pretending to be her, defrauding her, hacking into her computer system, bank accounts, affair, cheating? Not sure about that one just yet. Drama, acting. Someone was putting on a performance, pretending, faking their way. Pretending. I don't like this card or this energy, the home safety card. When I pick up this card, I looked at this energy. I felt like they were trying to attack her home. This could be psychological attack, or it could actually be an actual physical attack on her home. Did she have intruders, burglarization, people trying to break into her home, people spying on her? This home safety issue is here. It's alarming. They might have triggered her house alarms too. Vacation, beach, abroad. I'm not sure what that is about just yet. Embezzlement. I'm not sure, but there's money here. Stolen money, and then self-sabotage, false. Yeah, she did not purposefully end her life. She had no intention of doing that. She had too many plans, this girl. Way too many plans and dreams. She was very aspirational. Let's look at messages from the Oracle Moon deck, the phases of the moon. Let's see the energies surrounding Amy before her passing, what was happening with her and her life. What were the energies surrounding her? What was going on with her? She had a lot of stress. I'm picking up a lot of energy, fear, stress around before she passed. We have first card, hold your vision, fixed moon. I feel that Amy was a visionary. She was fixated on this idea before she passed, maybe a project or an assignment. She had this vision in her mind and she was working on it solidly before she passed. She was fixated on something, some information or something she found. Second card, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn, resourceful. I'm picking up the energy that Amy was able to use the resources that she had at her fingertips to do her work, even if she didn't have a lot. And I'm picking up she didn't have a lot of financial support or backing behind her. She was very resourceful with what she did have. But also picking up that prior to her passing, she went through a really, really tough cycle. She was having a hard time before she passed. I wonder if someone was harassing her. I feel like someone was giving her a hard time. I want to have a look at the energies in the tarot now, but I am alarmed by this home safety card. This home safety card and the cybercrime are connected. I think that they were looking in her bank accounts and looking into her computer, laptop, phone. She was concerned about her safety. I think she felt like they could get to her. It wasn't paranoia. She was concerned. The energy here is pretty dark. I'm also picking up energetically that Amy was a very kind but intelligent person. That one nearly jumped out, but it didn't quite. Let's see here. Picking up the energy, Amy's sending me messages. She's very opinionated, very strong personality. She wants to talk. Prior to her passing, I think she was trying to talk. She was trying to disclose information. She wanted to warn people. She was trying to tell people what was going on. We have Seven of Swords in reverse, wanting to come forth, speak her truth. 10 of Swords in reverse. Interesting energies here. She had a fight on her hands prior to her passing. There was a big fight. 10 of Wands. Yeah, I knew it. She was betrayed. She was betrayed by someone she knew. She was betrayed by someone she knew. 10 of Wands. She was betrayed. 10 of Wands. She was betrayed in a deep and meaningful way by someone she knew. Someone she cared about truly hurt her. And I feel like it was a betrayal she didn't see coming. A lot of Swords energy here. Queen of Cups in reverse. This is Amy. The Queen of Cups in reverse. This is our girl Amy. This is Amy. She was not in her element. Before she passed, she was not herself. She was fearful. Whoa. Okay, the energy's expanding. The energy's getting stronger. She wants to talk. Nine of Swords here in the upright. Nightmare, anxiety, stress. She was scared. She couldn't sleep. Judgment. Judgment was made on her. Page of Swords in reverse. Eight of Coins in the upright, underneath the Ten of Swords. What else, please, Holy Spirit? Messages for Amy. Picking up the energy that Amy was intelligent. She was beautiful, she was kind, but she was different from other scientists because she was able to use the information she had acquired to predict the future. She could see what was coming. She could see how this information would be applied. I don't know what half this stuff means, but she's trying to talk to me and she's saying something about portals and energy, something that they were doing with the energy. They would, I don't want to say transmuting, transferring energy, creating energy. They were doing something with the energy that they weren't supposed to be doing. Doing something with the energy work. This girl was ahead of her time. She really truly understood her work on a deeper level. Scientists working in the energy fields are not different from tarot card readers and psychics like myself, who we deal in energy work. We just talk about energy. Everything is energy related. Amy understood this. We have 5 of Coins underneath the 10 of Wands. She was betrayed for a small amount of money. For a meagre sum. She was betrayed by someone she knew. This wasn't a stranger. Someone she knew worked with this network, or these people. I don't know who they are, or what they are, or why. It might be the Page of Swords in reverse. Let's see what the energies say. Tell me more about Amy and the energies surrounding her prior to her passing, please. What happened to her before her passing? What happened to her before her passing? Thank you. 6 of Cups in reverse underneath the Queen of Cups. This is tragic because Amy had so much potential. She really was a visionary. She really was a visionary. We have the Moon underneath the 9 of Swords. Energy is getting heavier. Nine of Swords underneath her home safety with the Moon here. I'm picking up the energy that she was experiencing insomnia prior to her passing. A lot of anxiety here around her home safety. Ace of Wands underneath the Judgment. A judgment was made and an action was taken on her. A lot of heavy energy here, so I'll try and go back and read the energies as I can. The energy is very intense. Amy wants to talk though. Seven of Swords in reverse. Feeling like there was going to be a revealing, but there was a timeline issue, an unveiling of information. She was ready to talk and spill the beans. Page of Swords here. He stopped her. Who is this Page of Swords in reverse? He stopped her. A lot of Swords energy. Amy had the correct way of thinking, but the people around her were actively trying to stop her, prevent her from speaking up. The Page of Swords was trying to silence her. This is someone she knew. The Page of Swords may be the one who betrayed her. Ten of Wands. Ten of Swords here. Feels like an overcoming of trauma. She was trying to move past something. She felt defeated though. It does feel like there were a lot of setbacks and defeats in her work. Eight of Cups. She was working on something major, guys. Something so intense and serious. Eight of Coins here. She was mastering this. She was using all of her power and skill at this project. She was sitting on something big. I feel like she wanted to talk. She was trying to talk about it. She was working hard on this. This was her life's work. She was trying so hard. She couldn't complete this project. Not the way she wanted. She wanted to come forward and speak up. She wanted to tell people what was going on, what she'd been working on. Eight of Coins. She'd been working on something so... I'm feeling like she was working on something so ferociously. It was consuming her. It was day and night, 24/7. She was working on something. Something to do with the energy. They were doing something with the energy. I don't want to say it's not that they weren't supposed to, but they were doing something with the energy and she wanted to tell people. That's simply the energy that I'm picking up. Ten of Wands here. She was utterly betrayed by someone she knows, and she was left out in the cold by a group, a collective. She was betrayed totally and completely. I believe it was the Page of Swords. They tricked her. They said they wanted to collab with her, but they left her out and they betrayed her. They used her for her information. Queen of Cups in reverse. Some may have described her as overly sensitive or overly emotional because she was a woman working in STEM. She was a scientist working in anti-gravity. Of course, I believe that she experienced a lot of misogyny in her field. I believe that she did experience suffering and trauma in her field for the work that she did, and people sometimes dismissed her because she didn't just use her knowledge base and foundational skills in her field. She used her intuition, something women get discounted for all the time. And I think that it scared people, but she used her intuition and she predicted things that other people weren't able to. And I think that's how she found this information, because part of it was that she used her intuition. She predicted that this would happen. She uncovered this information and she knew that they would do this with this work. It's something to do with energy. I don't know what this means. I'm not a scientist. This is way above my knowledge and understanding of the universe, and I have zero knowledge about anti-gravity stuff. But this was about energy stuff. Seven of Swords in reverse. She wasn't able to come forward and speak her truth. She was silenced. She was silenced and she was betrayed before she could warn anyone or tell anyone what she was doing. I think she was sitting on something big. What it is, I don't know. I have to go to the oracle cards now. Amy wants to talk. Even on the other side, her energy is so strong. I actually feel she's a really cool person. She was a cool person to know. Nine of Swords here. So much anxiety, especially the home safety. And then the moon. Oh, she's looking at them. I can feel Amy has a connection to the moon and the stars. I think that she often liked to look up at the sky for guidance and advice. I think she was desperate to expose this information, but I don't know why, and I don't know what it's about. I don't know even what the information is. It's something to do with energy and something to do with what they were doing with the energy. Her energy is beautiful. It is. Judgment. Judgment on top of the Ace of Wands. I do believe that a judgment was made upon her and they decided to silence her permanently. Ace of Wands here, they made an action on her. Choice was made. Even now I feel Amy's talking. I feel that she wants to talk. Some of it I can understand, some of it I don't understand. There are three words that I keep hearing. Anti-gravity is one of them. Energy, creation of energy and matter. I don't know what that means. And then I'm also hearing portal. I don't know what this is referring to. I don't know in what context. These are the three words I'm hearing. Let's look at the oracle cards and see. Can I please have messages on Amy? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Fighting for what you love. Amy was a fighter. She stood up for what she believed in. She stood up for herself and she fought for herself. She fought for what she believed was right. Toxic. Picking up the energy here that if they're trying to say that Amy was a big drinker, she wasn't a big drinker, but I am picking up the energy that if she did drink, she didn't react to alcohol the way other people react to alcohol. I think she had a negative reaction to alcohol, so she didn't really drink very much. Because when she did drink, I don't think it went down well with her. I think she had like a bad reaction to it. So she wasn't a big drinker. And if they try and say she was, that's not true. Holy Spirit, please. Any other messages for Amy Eskridge? This toxic card. She may have been in a toxic work environment too, and picking up that her work environment before she passed, it was becoming really toxic. What's this? Okay, protection. Interesting. Affair, cheating, protection, Five of Pentacles. They targeted her through this person, through like a boyfriend or a friend. Definitely male energy. They targeted her. She was vulnerable in that way. Fake apology. Underneath drama or acting. Someone gave her a fake apology. Sorry we didn't believe you. Sorry I didn't believe you, but I believe you now. Fake apology. Sorry we didn't believe you, but we know that it's true now, so we're with you. Nah, fake. These people were fake. People around her friends, were not real friends. Wearing a mask too. Interesting. Two-faced. A situation's about to explode. Look at this card. Situation about to explode. Home safety underneath Nine of Swords and the Moon. She was about to blow the lid. And they could not have that. They panicked. They said, we have to do this. Ace of Wands. They made a judgment call. The situation was about to explode. Prior to her death, she had information she was about to expose. Final message. One more, please. Holy Spirit. Bugaboo. Bugaboo. I'm not really sure what this energy is. I'm hearing Patriot, but I'm not sure why this is here. On top of Judgment. An Ace of Wands. Bugaboo. I would like to get some final messages from Amy because she wants to speak. Amy wants to speak. Amy, final messages from you. What do you need for us to hear? What do you need for us to know about your passing? Fake friends. Fake friends. Fake apology, fake friends. I'm actually going to... They were pretending to be her friends. Fake friends. I'm actually going to move this card over here. These are Amy messages, okay? Fake friends. People tricked her. They said, I'm your friend. No, they weren't. They betrayed her on, like, the deepest level. Destroyed. These fake friends destroyed her life. They destroyed her everything. All the work that she'd worked hard for, everything she'd been working on, they tricked her. And this one page of swords tricked her, destroyed her work, destroyed her life, her livelihood, took everything from her. She never stood a chance with these fake friends. I'll see if there's any final messages or if that's it. This energy is so heavy. Poor Amy. She didn't stand a chance. Any final messages? No, that's it. Those are all the messages. I think I'm going to end it there. I can say with most certainty that Amy did not end her life. It was self-sabotage. It was false, a false narrative. These are all the messages I have. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone.
This is the hope chest, where shadows come to speak, where energy remembers what the living never see. Every reading is a key, every truth a guest, unlocking what still lingers inside the hope chest.